Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you and tell you how to get rid of flies outside. I'll be going over 5 easy ways that you can get rid of those flies outside of your house. If you don't want to have pesky flies around, this is the video for you. All 5 of these methods are really easy to implement, so let's get right into the video. Method number 1 is clean up any excess garbage or waste. Here's the thing, flies are attracted to garbage and waste. And if you have your garbage bins where you're hanging out outside, that's the first thing that I want you to do. Move those garbage bins or those waste bags or waste bins to another location, because those waste bags and waste bins will attract flies, especially if there is food or anything that is edible in those bins, because that stuff will ferment. And when that stuff ferments, it attracts the flies. So clean up any excess garbage that's on the floor or waste that's on the floor. Anything from your waste, any animal waste, anything at all that's waste or garbage, clean it up and move it to another location is what I recommend. Number 2, remove standing water. Standing water attracts flies when it's been standing for a while. So you want to make sure that you get rid of your standing water, okay? So sometimes you might have a pail that you leave out, and that's going to let the water sit. And it's not a big deal if you use the thing every single day. So like if water sits there for a day and then you use that pail the next day and you use that water, not so big of a deal. Or if it's covered, not so big of a deal. But sometimes you'll notice that there's standing water in things that you don't use. For instance, you might have a rock in your garden and that rock has an indent in it and water stands in that rock for a long period of time. That will attract flies. So figure that out, okay? You might have like the lid, like one of my yard waste bins. I use like these big garbage bins for yard waste. Where I live, you can either put it in a bag or a bin. I use the bins because I don't have to throw anything out. It's reusable. I just put the yard waste in the bin until they come and pick it up, and then I reuse the bin again. I clean them every couple weeks. But the lids for the bins, if I leave them in one way, they're shaped like this, and the water sits in them, and that attracts flies. So I have to leave them a different way, so they're shaped like this, so that the water runs off of them and it gets rid of the flies. Literally, the way that I leave the lids makes a difference between having flies around my house or not having flies. Makes a huge difference. Number 3, use a fly repellent. There are many different repellents that you can use. There are candles, there are sprays. You want to use a fly repellent in the areas that are commonly attracting the flies. You don't want to just use them everywhere. You want to use them in the areas that are commonly attracting the flies. Make sure you read about the repellent. Look at its safety precautions. Look at its how it interacts with pets smelling it, kids that might be around there smelling it. You know, if you have pets or kids, I wouldn't recommend using any fly repellent at all. That's just my own personal opinion. But you need to go and you need to do your own research, right? I'm not a professional. I have young kids. I don't use any fly repellents. That's just because of a choice that I've made. So, like I said, you know, if you are considering using a fly repellent, read the precautions, read the safety thoughts, read the owner's manual for it. Make sure you know everything there is to know about that fly repellent. Where you can use it, where you can't use it, who you should be using it around, who you shouldn't be using it around, and then you can consider it. But fly repellents do work, but you need to look at all the safety precautions around them, okay? So like I said, do your own research, make your own decision with regards to that. I've made my own decision. You have to make your own decision about that. I don't use them. I use the other methods, and these 4 other methods work really well. But like I said, you got to make your own decision. Number 4, plant the right garden plants. Certain garden plants like lavender, mint, and bay leaf are known to repel flies because of the scent that they give off. So what I recommend is you plant the right garden plants. And my recommendation is that you plant the right garden plants that also give you an added benefit. So if you plant lavender, mint, and bay leaf, you can also use the clippings of those plants for things in your kitchen. So with that being said, and for various other things, for scented stuff, right, as well. So if you plant the right garden plants that you can also use for other reasons, you're in a good position. Lastly is number 5, which is remove fallen leaves and leftover yard waste from your yard. Fallen leaves hold water, they retain moisture. Leftover yard waste retains moisture. They create bacteria. The flies, I believe, come around because of the moisture and the bacteria combined. So with that being said, remove any fallen leaves from your yard. Remove any yard waste like twigs and stuff like that from your yard. For myself, I mow my lawn once a week. Whenever I mow my lawn, all of the leaves get mulched up, so I don't have to worry about that. And I always pick up all of the fallen twigs and branches before I mow anyways. So that's my secret. I just do it every week. And I don't have to worry about fallen leaves or branches. That's it. If you like this video, please be, sorry, just to clarify, those are 5 of the easiest ways to get rid of flies outside. There are many other ways, but those are by far 5 of the easiest ways. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.